Hey everyone, it's Chris, the PDX Picker. Hope you're all doing well today. We're going to pull some orders that sold on eBay, and I had one order that sold on Poshmark. And I also wanted to talk to you about how it is that I go about keep track of the items that I list, how much I paid for them for tax purposes. So stay tuned. Later on, we will go over that. But first, let's pick some orders. And before that, here's the intro song.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? There's dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
All right, so we have, I think I said, we have 9 orders going out on eBay, 1 order on Poshmark. The total is right around $300, so not too bad for those. So let's go ahead and get started. The first item that sold, it's one of my Nintendo 64 cartridges that I had listed. This is definitely one of the lower dollar items, but hey, it went out the door, so that's good. It's 1080. No, that's a different one. It's the Nagano Winter Olympics 1998, right here. Sold for $10.90, free shipping, so essentially $5 on that one. Like I said, I paid about $8.50 when you averaged everything out. So technically, I lost money on that one, but some of the other items will sell for a lot more than that. But the plan all along was, of course, to have the higher priced cartridges pay for the lower priced ones. So, all right, the next item that sold is a Big Billy Bass. Is that what they're? Big Mouth Billy Bass. I think this is the third one that I've picked up in the last 6 months or so. 8 months or so, and it's the first one that actually worked, so that was good. The other ones, not so much luck. But picked this up for $6 at an estate sale. It sold within a matter of hours for $24.95 plus shipping. So those are always, if they're working, going to be a pretty quick, fast turnaround and sale on that. Next item that sold in bin at number 11, we have got a Farberware electric percolator coffee maker. It's called the Farberware Model 134 Superfast Percolator Replacement Lid. I ended up buying this at the Goodwill outlet. I bought the whole percolator itself, but I don't know what I was thinking. It didn't come with a cord, so I couldn't test it. And then on top of that, half of the stuff was missing on the inside. I ended up paying probably $1.50 for the whole item, and I ended up parting it out for this. And there's a handle on there that maybe will eventually sell, but that one sold for $10 plus shipping, so definitely made some profit on that. Not a ton. Would have been better if I had the whole item, of course, but such is life. All right, this next item, I think I talked about this on one of my previous videos, but for those of you that didn't see that, it is something else I got at the Goodwill outlet, and it's a Bamix, B-A-M-I-X, it says it right there, hand mixer. These are made in Switzerland, kind of vintage. I think probably this one's from the 70s or 80s. And this didn't work. Like, it turns on, but nothing spins on it. So I listed that as parts only. And I probably pay 79 cents a pound for electronics. So maybe right around $1.50, $2. I can't test items at the Goodwill outlet. There's no plugins or anything. So if this had worked, it would have been worth probably $40 to $50. Since it didn't, I sold it parts only for $12 plus shipping. So still made some money on it. Wish it had worked, because it would have been a much better profit margin. But this here is a knee brace that I bought at my local thrift store for $5.99. There were 2 of them there. One of them is this Townsend brand, and the other one is a Breg brand, which Breg is a pretty common medical device type of company. So these thankfully are not something that gets pulled off of eBay. And this one sold for $30, $29.95 plus shipping within like a day or two. So I don't know if it was because it's a purple color. You can see the purple color on there. Most of these are black. The colored ones seem to be maybe a little more desirable. I don't know. But all right, so before we pull the rest of the orders, let's talk about keeping track of the prices of items for tax purposes. So I use my reseller Genie. I think it's well worth the cost for it, which for me, I paid $19.95 plus shipping. And I'll also start by saying I'm not affiliated with my reseller Genie. I don't have any discount codes or anything like that, unfortunately. But I do use it all the time, and I find it to be extremely valuable when it comes to keeping track of expenses and all that for tax time. So, but one issue that I have, or I used to have, was how do I as I'm listing items, you know, sometimes I have a goal right now of listing 12 items a day. Sometimes I'll list less than that. Sometimes I'll list more than that. But if I have all of these items that I'm listing, how is it that I'm going to remember how much they were when I go to input the items into my reseller Genie? And there's a couple of issues, a couple of problems when it comes to keeping track of prices of things. When you go to thrift stores, lots of times there are price tags still on the items. So for me, that makes it quite easy because I will leave the price tags on until I go to list. Then when right before I'm ready to list, of course, I'll remove the price tag, but then I'll have that tag handy, and it'll help remind me of how much I paid for it. Garage sales, that's not always the case. Sometimes there's no price tags anywhere. So, you know, that is a different circumstance. And we can talk about ways to help out with that in the future. One thing that's nice, if you're a YouTuber like I am, is if you are out at a garage sale and you're filming, you have a video record of how much you paid for items. So that definitely can be helpful when it comes to remembering. I would just recommend keeping a notebook in your car that you can write down all the items that you spent, or all the items that you bought, how much you spent on them, and then you can refer to that later on. But when it comes to listing time, this is what I do. It's very simple, not that revolutionary, but maybe, I don't know if any of you, somebody might find this to be useful. So all I do is I keep a whiteboard handy. You can see this is what I've listed for today. It's just 2 things. And all I do is I put the name of the item on the left side there. That's how much I paid for it. On the right side, that's how much I listed it for. And then I put little hash marks. That's what the 2 little hash marks are at the top. That's how I keep track of if I'm going to hit my daily goal of 12 listings per day. And then, just on a side note, after I write that, I then transfer it to my monthly board here. So you can see for March 2024, my goals as of March 11th moving forward. So from March 11th through the rest of the month, my goal was to have 150 listings for a total of $4,500 in listed value. As of right now, you know, every day I put what my totals were, and that number came from this board. So it's just a way to keep track, kind of hold myself accountable to, you know, see, so far I have 76 total listings, a value of $2,262. So I'm right around halfway, almost exactly halfway. It's kind of crazy how that turned out. And my goal was, and that's where I came up with those numbers, was 150 listings, $4,500 total, an average listing value of $30 per item. And looks like I'm almost exactly on that total so far, just a little bit under it. So, all right. So that is how I keep track of things. So then after I write them down on the whiteboard here, you know, I can fit quite a bit on here. I will then go to my computer, pull up my Reseller Genie, and import the listings that I just listed on eBay, and then it'll ask me to input my costs, and I can just refer right to that whiteboard and just type everything in. It's super quick, super easy, and just a really good way of keeping track of your costs of goods sold. And that's what works best for me. Maybe you guys can comment down below some way, what tactics are you using, what methods are you using to keep track of your costs of goods. And maybe together we can come up with some good ideas that other folks haven't thought about in the future. So, all right, let's get back to the items that sold today. We've got about 5 more things to pick. Okay, so this next item I just bought a couple days ago at my thrift store. It is this Ultimate Rock Ballads collection. It's a CD set. And it's one of those Time Life collections. A lot of those are not that great. But this one's pretty good. So I paid $5, $4.99 for this. It is a 5 CD set. And actually one of the CDs in here was missing, which I noted in my description. So there's technically some of these, there's 5 discs, 5 cases in here. Some of them have 2 CDs inside, so I think there's usually a total of 8 discs, but this one is only a 7-disc collection. That sold for $24.95 plus shipping in like a day. So that was a very nice quick sale. And then this one took a little bit longer, but I finally sold and by finally I mean after like a month, so it wasn't that long. But these are this is all the Star Trek The Next Generation, all 7 seasons on DVD. I will carry these over in 2 batches. So I went to an estate sale a month or 2 ago. I guess it was probably about 2 months ago, month and a half, and they had all of these nice boxed sets, and for the seasons of Star Trek The Next Generation, and they were only asking $1 each. So that was really good, because when I looked it up, the whole series sells for right around $70, $75, and that's how much I paid for these, $74.95 plus shipping. That's how much I sold these for, I should say. I paid for them only $1 each. And the bummer was after I got home, because I didn't look that closely, but even if I had, I still probably would have bought these. I ended up missing season 7. So I don't know if somebody had bought season 7 earlier or what, but it wasn't. I looked all over; it wasn't anywhere there. I did remember looking it up. I did know when I bought it that I was missing one of the seasons. I did look around; wasn't available. But I went ahead and bought the other 6 for $6. And long story short, ended up having to buy the 7th season off of eBay, which for whatever reason the 7th season happens to be more expensive than almost any of the other seasons. But I got lucky and I bought it for, including shipping, right around, I don't know, maybe $15 or so. So all in, I spent about $21 on the 7 seasons, and I sold it for $75. Would have been great if I'd bought that 7th season for $1 like the rest of them. Would have been a much better profit, but such is life. We're going back to the my media shelf. So this is like the day of media selling. This is part of me still not doing a great job of organizing everything, but here it is. So I sold this cookbook. It's called A Taste of Portland. That's weird. So I sold this cookbook. It's called A Taste of Portland. And I think my camera's wigging out, so hopefully not. But anyway, it's something I got at the Goodwill outlet. It's from the 70s, 1976. And it says, Taste of Portland recipes from 25 leading Portland restaurants. I don't think there were any others listed. And I I did sell this to somebody in Portland, which is not too surprising, but that sold for $24.95 plus shipping. Probably paid, you know, I don't know, 80 cents for it or something because it goes off the weight. So that was a nice pickup for sure. And I only picked it up because Portland's kind of a foodie city, and I thought maybe somebody would be interested in what the Portland of old, what the restaurants were like back then, because inside there are restaurants from, I think they said 25 leading restaurants. So that's that, and there's just none other listed. So I thought, sure, I'll pick it up, especially for that price. It's not going to be a big risk at all. All right, the last eBay item that sold is this Faltzgraf. I think it's a towel holder. I don't know why I picked it up. When I comped it at an estate sale I was at, I don't know, the sell-through rate must have been better. I think I paid $2 for it. It sold for $12.50 plus shipping. So it's certainly not a big, great one, but not too, I mean, at least it's a profit, sold for a profit. So lastly is the Poshmark order. And this turned out to be a pretty good one. So I sold a pair of these Nike Dunk lows I picked up at my Goodwill. These were $12.99. And this didn't take all that long to sell, but I spent a good amount of time cleaning them up. And, you know, they're definitely used. You can tell on the soles there's some wear, but everything else on them is pretty nice. And these sold. I took an offer, or actually an offer was automatically sent by using Posher VA, and the buyer accepted it for $81 plus shipping. So I think that might be the most expensive pair of shoes that I have sold. So that was well, no, I sold a pair of boots for $100 some not too long ago. But anyway, that was everything that sold today. Like I said, right around $320 for 10 items. So that's about $32 per item, which is good. That's my goal, is to have an average sales price of $30 on my items. So far so good on hitting that mark. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, like the video if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more videos like this in the future. Appreciate all of you for taking time out of your day to watch me stumble through words and pull orders, and hopefully you guys learned something along the way. All right, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.